All right, folks, we just got finished watching the Oscars. Here's our thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Real World Podcast. Tonight was Hollywood's big night.
That's right. Oscar night was tonight.
Oscars.
It's no realies.
It's not the realies. It's not even close.
No.
I mean, there's really no comparison. I mean, it's a totally different thing.
No, but it was.
But it's always fun to watch.
It was fun to watch. It was a great star-studded affair. Some great surprise appearances.
Yeah, always are.
By some people.
I thought Conan did a great job hosting.
Yes, hosted by Conan.
He kept it simple. You know, he was funny.
Yeah.
And he just kind of kept the show moving.
Right.
He didn't get in the way.
Right.
Which I think was a smart move.
I think that his role was well utilized the further along the show got.
I agree.
Because he kind of took more of a back seat.
Yes, exactly.
The beginning, it was a little bit indulgent.
A little bit.
He had like his own musical number and
but
whatever.
It was kind of like making fun of the whole idea of the host
exactly.
taking over, so it kind of worked,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
I like Conan. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
I think it worked
And he's
well.
a big film fan. If you listen to his podcast, he has a podcast now. He's a big movie buff.
Yeah.
I mean, he really knows his stuff. So, very cool. There were some good jokes. I like the Netflix joke. I don't know if you heard that one.
Which one?
He says, Netflix leads the other studios with 18 price increases. I thought that was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I like the John Lithgow bit too. He would look disappointed if you talk too long.
Yes,
that was pretty
that's
good.
True. Yeah,
I like that.
That was a good one.
And then the Sandler thing.
Obviously, Adam Sandler.
That was the highlight.
That's a thing I think a lot of people are going to talk about.
Chalamet.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
Very fun.
All right, so let's talk about the winners and losers real quick. We don't have to go through all these, but
I gotta say, my favorite bit, by the way, was the Cinestream commercial.
Oh, that was the best.
That was hilarious.
That was the best part.
There is a place where you can stream, not on your phone,
Right.
not on your home television.
In a building.
A building dedicated for streaming.
We glued 200 smartphones together. You
One
don't have
giant
to touch
screen.
it.
Yeah, it
We
plays
start the
itself.
movie for
we
you.
start it for you. You're comfortable. Isn't that a movie theater? No.
Right.
It was great.
It was really good. All right, so look, I haven't seen most of these movies.
Sure. Yeah. We
were pulling hard for Dune Part 2 the whole night. And hey, it did win, let's see, Best Sound.
Well deserved.
And it won Best Visual Effects. So it definitely deserved both of those.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they gave it like the typical
technical,
blockbuster.
Yeah, the technical awards.
Typical blockbuster treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Give it visual effects, give it sound design.
Right.
I want to say even Transformers has won sound design
Probably.
in the past.
Probably.
So yeah, I mean, Dune. Look, it's almost to the point where it's too popular to succeed.
It came out like over a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, and it's a sequel, and the first Dune won a lot. I mean,
right? Yeah,
the first Dune, like
it wasn't nominated for Best Score because it was considered not an original score because he used some music from the first one.
Yeah,
which I think it's kind of lame.
Yeah,
but
sure.
And Denis was snubbed big time for director, in my opinion.
Definitely.
I mean, what were they thinking?
I don't know.
He's one of the greatest directors working.
Yeah,
today, and he made his biggest, most audacious film. And you're
Literally.
not going to nominate him for it?
It is his best movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, look, I was pulling for A Complete Unknown.
Of course.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
I don't think it won any awards.
Really?
Even though it was nominated, I think, like 8 or 9 times.
Well, it's really sad to see A Complete Unknown win nothing and Wicked.
Wicked won production design. I think
costumes.
It won... Did it win costumes?
I know it won costumes.
Yeah, you're right. It did win costumes.
Production design, costumes.
Yeah, I think that's it, though.
Let me just say how weird it was to see Wicked even on the ballot.
Yeah.
Of some of these.
It felt out of place, right?
We haven't seen Wicked. I haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it. We've seen a lot of trailers. They showed a lot of footage from it tonight. And every time it came up, I was just going, ooh. Ooh.
It looks
It just sticks out like a sore thumb.
It looks so generic and flat.
Yeah.
And just like CGI smeary. It just looks like it's smeary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Muddy.
Yeah, I get it. Animated film went to Flow, which you got to see.
Yeah, I did see Flow. Well
You said
deserved.
you liked it pretty good.
Well deserved. Flow was a really good movie. Great experiment of a film.
That's one I want to watch.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
haven't seen that I really want to watch. Out of all these, it's probably the one I want to watch the most.
Okay.
Even though a lot of these other movies won a lot. A Real Pain I do want to see. Kieran Culkin won. Best Supporting Actor
definitely
for that.
want to see that.
Jesse Eisenberg wrote it.
Yeah, I mean, we had. I mean, some of the standout, sweeping victories.
Shocked at what Anora did.
Anora
came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of those, I think, like, under 10 million, I know is the budget. Independent film. Fairly young director. He's directed a couple of other things. Florida Project, which I love.
Extremely rare for the director to also be the writer, producer, and editor.
Right. Exactly.
Director, writer, producer,
and
editor.
it won all those awards.
And won every single one of them.
And it won Best Actress.
Yeah.
That was the biggest surprise.
That I think was kind of the upset of the night.
Demi Moore, everyone thought she was going to win for The Substance. Our buddy Bert saw that, raved about it.
Yep.
Thought she had that. She won, I think, the Golden Globe, the Screen Actors Guild. She won a bunch of other awards recently.
Yep.
So yeah, very shocking there. Adrian Brody, leading actor for The Brutalist. I'm very curious about that film. I've heard good things about it. Won a couple of other awards as well. But yeah, an interesting night. I mean, you know, there's always some surprises, and that was certainly the case here. But I think a lot of the speeches were pretty good.
Yeah, I think that it overall. I mean, we got When Harry Met Sally.
Oh yeah, the Billy Crystal
reunion.
Meg Ryan moment was really fun.
That was cool.
That was
Tarantino
really good.
did a presentation.
Coming out was fun too.
That was cool. It was good to see him
for sure. I like Nick Offerman as the voice of the Oscars.
Yeah,
that was really fun.
I actually think that just doing that would almost negate the need for a host.
Right.
Because I think he did a really great job at just presenting. He had a little bit of humor.
Right.
But it was just like it moved things along.
They need to find someone like Billy Crystal. Have you ever watched any of Billy Crystal's footage of him hosting the?
Yeah.
He's so talented as a dancer, as a singer, as an actor.
Yeah,
he can do it all. So if you find someone like that, like I kind of remember when Hugh Jackman did it, it kind of worked. It was kind of like because he was very entertaining himself.
Yeah.
Lately, they've just kind of been getting these comedians, and it's fine. It's kind of funny.
They do it like they do a late night show.
Right.
That's what they're used to doing.
They're just making fun of Hollywood.
They make
their
quippy jokes,
actors, you know?
and then they move on.
Right. Exactly. So. Yeah, but anyways.
They read their writing.
Right. Exactly.
And then it's over.
Yeah. But a fun night. It's always a fun night. As a movie fan, it's always fun to watch this event unfold.
Yeah,
and see all these people together.
Needs to see movies that succeed that you haven't seen.
Correct. Yeah, raises awareness for some films.
And watching them.
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting. Probably not one of the most memorable Oscar nights.
Not necessarily.
Not compared to
Godzilla minus
we've seen
one
some of the
last year.
Historic.
That was like a huge thing.
We've seen some historic
or
things
Parasite.
happen.
You know, you were talking about Parasite earlier.
Yeah, Parasite was the upset. I mean, an international film winning Best Picture was huge. But
sure.
I just think, honestly, I think it's for lack of films that were worthy of that kind of prestigious quality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of movies that I think the public had not seen.
Sure.
Just not enough of not enough cultural significance.
Sure. Right.
For those moments to be like wow moments.
Yeah, I hear you. One other presenter I liked was Ben Stiller.
Yeah, he always does a fun. He always does a fun bit. Yeah.
That was really good. That was memorable.
It was nice. I almost got little like reelies flashbacks.
I know.
It was like a thing that we would do for the reelies.
Right, exactly. So anyways, what we're trying to say is go watch the reelies. It's so much better than this 3-hour ordeal that you just sat through if you sat through the Oscars like we did. Check out the reelies on the channel right now. You can watch the whole thing. It was a ton of fun. Great presenters, very creative, a lot of fun. So check it out. We have our own unique categories that the Oscars don't have, but they need to have.
Yes.
Hopefully in the near future we'll have some of those categories that
you're not going to see any love for stunt performers at the Oscars.
Exactly. Or casting directors.
Oof.
So check it out. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment below if you did watch the Oscars. What were some of your favorite moments? We want to know that. what were some of your biggest surprises? We want to know about that too. So leave us a comment down below. We'd love to have a conversation with you about all these movies. Again, we haven't seen a lot of these, so if there are some of these that won or that were nominated that you really like, that you think we should check out, leave those below. We're always looking for new movies to watch, so we want to know what your favorites were. Thank you again for watching. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified of all our videos, and we'll see you next time right here on The Real World.
I'm so glad Wicked didn't win.
I know.
That would have changed everything. Can you imagine?
It would have.
What that would mean for movies going forward?
Yeah, everything would try to be Wicked.
Wicked wins Best Picture.
Right.
And now the CGI...
The bar is lowered.
The bar is lowered, exactly.
For everything.
That would just be crazy.
Maybe we're wrong. Maybe it's a great
movie. It would be more remakes.
Right.
There would be more live-action remakes.
More movies like Maleficent and Cruella.
And movies like Snow White. And
right.
movies like Mufasa.
Yeah.
And, I mean, maybe it would make more musicals, which could be good.
Maybe.
But it's a hypothetical that seems like a dark path that thankfully we avoided.
Darkest timeline. Avoided.
I'd rather watch The Wiz than Wicked.